I started working on cars when I was a kid with my dad, mostly like late model open wheel dirt track cars. They were all custom chassis, small blocks, and I was rebuilding small blocks before I was 10 years old because my dad trusted me and he knew that I could figure it out. And that's what made me fall in love with cars, was just figuring it out, on not knowing what I'm doing and then figuring out how to make it the right way. And that's what, I mean, that's where I'm at, man. That's what I still do today. If I don't know how to do it, I don't Google it and do all the junk. I figure it out with my own two hands because that's the way I know how to do it. Preference is Honda engines. I prefer them just because when I was younger, all my friends had Mustangs and Camaros and Firebirds and Trans Ams and said I couldn't make a Honda fast. And my dad was big into Volkswagens at the time, old school, carbureted, air-cooled Volkswagens, and so I had his experience with those four cylinders to bring into my own four cylinders, and that's when I started playing with Hondas, man. Been doing it now since I was 14 years old and still doing it today. Well, I learned how to do things the wrong way as a kid. I mean, my first car I ever turboed, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I knew how to bolt stuff on and off. So I found out the wrong way real fast and go, oh, well, you know, it is what it is. I blew up my first engine, my first street car engine, 7 hours after having it. I just like working on cars, man. It's just something I do. I've known Ricky and Esther here for, well, my entire life. And they knew I liked cars, and they knew I knew what I was doing, and so I've just kind of stuck with it. I made a career out of it, made a lot of money, traveled around a little bit, you've done a lot of cool stuff. The name of the shop I work at is Rick's Muffler. We're in St. Augustine, Florida. This shop's been open for 42 years. I ain't worked here for 42 years, but we've been open. We do everything. We did mainly just exhaust work from the start, and that even stems back to when I first started here. That's all we did. We didn't mess with brakes or none of the junk because it was something we did. But now we do everything here. We repair, we diagnose, we fix and repair every single day, from the smallest job of someone needs air in their tires to the biggest job of swapping their transmissions. You know, we pretty much handle anything. You know, Ricky, he's just like me, except for he's a little shorter, but we both have a passion for cars, so that's why we come to work every day. Figuring stuff out, the custom side of things, doing the bolt-in stuff that don't really mean a lot. It's just, take out a bolt here, take out a bolt there, put it together. I mean, it's all right. I mean, it does what it does, but I like the custom stuff where you got to figure it out, where you can't just go, oh, well, you put this here and it works. You got to figure out how to make it get from here to there and do it the right way, and make sure you don't touch brake lines or fuel lines or melt tires or beat or bang around on anything, because if not, it looks real bad on you. But it looks bad on the owner of the car when their car's beating and banging around and, they're having issues and then they got to come back. It makes you look real dumb. But I like figuring this stuff out. Overall, I've worked here for 5.5 years. I did take a small stint away for 7 years, but then I came back and I just love doing it, man. I like to light myself on fire every day. I mean, it used to be a real big challenge when I was learning it, but now that I know how to use the benders and know what I can do with the benders and make them do what they need to do, it ain't really a challenge much anymore. It's just a little thought process. You gotta look at it, figure it out, see what it needs to do and how it needs to do it, and then you just go from there. I mean, it's just simple stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, it's just geometry, That's what it is. You figure it out, you move from here to there, and then, you gotta get from point A to point B. Yeah, I'll work in cars the rest of my life. I didn't choose the best education in my life, but I've managed to do a lot of good things with what I know. I learned it all with my hands, and I like working with my hands, so not really a big need in changing I'm 33 years old now, so trying to do something different now would just be pointless.